again for another weekly Sunday upload. So today I thought I'd share with you my daily makeup routine, as I have done one of these before, but it was a little while ago now, so I thought I'd give you an up-to-date version as it has changed from what it was and sort of give you a better version of my daily makeup routine, so I hope you enjoy. So to start, I used the Rimmel London Hide the Blemish Concealer in shade Soft Honey 103. And I apply this under both of my eyes and then also on any blemishes or spots that I have. Now I know most people would start with using foundation here, but as I don't generally get that many spots, I try to avoid it as I know it can clog up your pores and sometimes make it worse. So I tend to just stick with concealer. To blend, I'm using a triangular sponge as I find it easier than using a brush. Now I apply the Stay Matte Powder again by Rimmel in the shade Warm Beige number 6. And to do this, I just use quite a large sized brush and just put it all over my face. After, I use the NYX Wonder Stick, which is for highlight and contour in the medium tan shade. And I apply this under both of my cheekbones and then also along my jawline and under my chin, and then down either side of my nose and along the top of my forehead along the hairline. And to blend this in, I'm using an angled contour brush. I find that a circular motion works best in particular to blend it in. Then using the other end of the NYX Wonder Stick, you have the highlighter, which I apply to the tops of both cheekbones, under both of my eyes in a sort of upside down triangle shape, and then also to the middle of my forehead, doing strokes up and out away from my nose and eyes. And again, to blend this in, I'm using the angled contour brush, and again a circular motion works best to blend in the highlighter. For my eyebrows, I use the Sofieee eyebrow pencil, and it's in the lightest shade they have. Now, being blonde, I tend to not go too heavy on the eyebrows, as I find that if you go too intense, it can look a bit over the top sometimes. So I just like to give them some definition by filling them out using this pencil. For bronzer, I use the Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer in the colour Golden Days. And for this, all I do is apply it under my cheekbones either side. And I keep layering it up until I get it to an intensity that I'm happy with. And obviously you can do it as much or as little as you like. And for this, I'm just using a thinner blush brush. For blush, I used the number 7 Coral Flush Tinted Blush from Boots. And this I apply to my cheekbones, and I don't like to overdo it with the blush, so I just apply a light helping of this either side. My mascara that I use is the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express Mascara in black, of course, as your usual everyday mascara, and I just apply it to my top and bottom eyelashes. And here I am doing that weird face that everyone always does when they're applying mascara. Once I've done the top and bottom once with one layer, I like to go over the top again with a second layer. However, I normally only do one layer on the bottom lashes. The lipstick that I've recently been loving and using is this one from H&M called Don't Make Me Blush, and it's sort of a neutrally brown pinky tone, and I find that it's good for every day and fits any kind of occasion. I've recently been using and loving matte lipsticks and lip glosses, however I did find this one again recently, and it's a more of a glossy lipstick and I've really been liking it at the moment, and I feel the colour is really appropriate for this time of year when it's approaching autumn. Now my tip for you is, if you're like me and you're a little bit clumsy with lipstick and you manage to go over the edge of your lip, then just use your nail to gently scrape it off and it can perfectly fix it to go back into line with your lips, and you get the perfect line, and it's as if you never even made a mistake in the first place. To finish off, I like to use the NYX HD Photogenic powder, and this is just a white powder. Don't be put off by the white colour, it goes completely clear on your skin. It's made from pure minerals, so it's really good for you as well. And I just used the same brush I used in the first place to put on the Rimmel powder, and this just helps to set your makeup and keeps it on for longer. My daily makeup routine then. Please let me know if you use any of the same products as me, or any other recommendations of products that you use that I might find useful as well. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, so that you can get my weekly Sunday uploads into your subscriptions box every week. And also make sure to hit that big thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, so that I know you did, and I will be sure to see you next week with another video. Bye!